In a bustling marketplace of Baghdad, there lived a merchant named Ibrahim. Known for his wealth and cleverness, Ibrahim prided himself on his ability to turn any deal to his favor. Yet, despite his riches, he was restless. He sought something more, something beyond gold than trade. One evening, after closing his shop, Ibrahim overheard two travelers discussing a strange cave in the desert. It is said, one whispered, that the cave holds treasures beyond imagination, but only for the one who can pass through the 3 doors within. What would you risk if the promise of unimaginable treasure lay just beyond 3 mysterious doors? Would you be clever enough to pass through, or would the price be too high? The next morning, Ibrahim set out with a camel loaded with supplies, determined to find the cave. Days of travel through the scorching desert brought him to the mouth of a dark, foreboding cavern. Above its entrance, an inscription read, "Only the wise and brave may pass. Greed will be your undoing." Undeterred, Ibrahim entered. The first door appeared almost immediately, carved with symbols and adorned with gold. Its inscription read, "To open this door, give something of value." Ibrahim hesitated, then placed a gold coin in the slot beneath the inscription. The door creaked open, revealing a narrow passage leading to the second door. This door bore an inscription that read, "To pass, speak your greatest truth." Ibrahim frowned. He was not a man given to honesty when it did not serve him. But he knew the door would not yield without an answer. After a long pause, he admitted, "I value gold above all else." The door opened, revealing a larger chamber. At the center of this chamber stood the third door, grander than the first 2, encrusted with jewels. Its inscription read, "To pass, leave behind what weighs you down." Ibrahim smiled. This challenge, he thought, was the easiest yet. He removed his heavy bag of coins and jewels, placing it at the base of the door. Yet when he tried to push it open, the door did not budge. Frustrated, he looked around and tried to think of what else could be weighing him down. He removed his fine cloak, his sandals, and even his water pouch. Still, the door remained firmly shut. Finally, exhausted and defeated, Ibrahim sat before the door. As he rested, he began to reflect what truly weighed him down. His mind wandered back to the inscription, "Greed will be your undoing." Ibrahim thought about his life, his relentless pursuit of wealth, and the way it consumed him. Slowly, he realized the weight he carried was not physical, it was his obsession. His greed had chained him to his desires, leaving him restless and unfulfilled. He stood, took a deep breath, and said aloud, "I give up my greed." With that, the door swung open. To his surprise, the chamber beyond was not filled with gold or jewels, but a single, polished mirror. As Ibrahim gazed into it, he saw himself but not the man he was. Instead, he saw a version of himself who had found joy in simplicity and contentment. Ibrahim left the cave empty-handed but with a lighter heart. He returned to Baghdad and gave away much of his wealth, choosing instead to focus on meaningful work and relationships. For the first time in his life, he felt rich not because of what he had, but because of what he no longer carried.